what's it like for somebody like me who strives and thrives on country living and doing things a different way than what many people do. Lower class living, that's me, and guess what? I'm really happy. I'm really happy about it because I enjoy it. I enjoy this way of living, and I wouldn't want to be higher class. I don't choose to be that way. I don't want the rat race of the life of the world that has to offer. I don't like it, I don't want it, and I am so content and happy. Saying no to the rat race means more physical work, but it's a happiness that's deep inside if it's something that you're striving to have. So right now I'm going to show you my day. Good morning, everyone. Today is a busy day. This is a day not to dawdle around. Dawdle around? What the world does that mean? Well, it's a Pennsylvania Dutch word for dawdling, means being lazy. Today I'm going to show you how I process a large amount of food. You know, so many times we will see videos where they process little amounts of food, but today I am going to be processing about a bushel of green beans. And because of the situation I have in my home, which is still some things that aren't fixed properly, I do a lot of my work outside. And so you're gonna follow along with me in a little bit of an unconventional way how I process so much food. And there are my dish pans. All right, let's go to the back porch and get everything set up. First thing I gotta do is clean everything. Because I have so much, we're going to work with a small amount at a time. Well, let's see once how we can get it all done. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. They don't all go in one. So we're going to go ahead and fill these up with water so we can rinse them real well. This is how I was taught. My grandma and great-grandma, they did a lot of their canning outside. Now, when I start the pressure canners, that will be in the house. But we always worked on our food outside. In fact, in the Amish and the Mennonite communities, if you drive by, you will see oftentimes multi-generations sitting outside on lawn chairs, working the corn and the green beans and all of that. So what we're doing is we're just filling them up pretty tight, getting as many as you can. This is cold green beans, they're raw, and then I'm going to add cold water to them, and then we are going to pressure can it. For me, all low acid has to be pressure canned. I know you see some old storybooks and old recipes where they don't do that, but pressure canning is what I really say you need to do. So we're gonna go ahead, and I got one filled. I can do 14 jars at one time. I can get 2 pressure canners going at once. So we're gonna fill up the 14 jars first, and then we'll see how many more we have left. Now they will shrink, but I fill them up pretty full. This is gonna be the longest time-consuming job, is putting them all in the jars. So I'm gonna turn the camera off here for a moment. And when they're all filled up, then we'll add our water, and then we'll pressure can them. Green beans and carrots are really easy to pressure can. Alrighty. Wish me luck. I'll see you in a little bit, because the walnuts are falling off the tree, and that's what you keep hearing. So it's like the walnuts keep falling off the tree, and so far, not one has hit me in the head yet. This is the time of the year when we have lots of walnuts, and I will be harvesting our black walnuts here probably in October. Okay, see you guys in a minute. All right, for batch number 1, I'm gonna use Lipton onion soup. Now, I have full tutorials on how to can green beans for beginner's guide, and I'll share that at the end of this video, because this here is not a tutorial, because I already have one and you can see that video. All right, I have to get all of these into the canner because I got a double amount waiting for me. So it's gonna take me about 2.5 hours to do all of this, and we will have enough all winter long. All right, so now I'm going to pick up some more of my jars, because I don't throw anything away. Everything I have, I keep, because you can always use it later. And that's what living on a low income or being real frugal, that's what you do. You just don't throw much of anything away. Homemade laundry soap, because it only costs pennies instead of spending for expensive laundry soap at the grocery store. Portable washing machines, because you're not going to spend money for an expensive one, and because of different issues in your home. In general, people are really fascinated with videos like these, because they want to see how do they stack up to what a person is saying. So if I talk about lower income or low income living, you know, poverty and poor, they want to watch it because they want to see, okay, let me see how I look compared to this person. And it's so interesting because I do the same thing. I like to see, you know, how other people are living and ways I can learn to achieve a goal in mind. And what is my goal? My goal is to live as simply, as happy as I possibly can. And for me, that is achieving it here on this 1-acre homestead. But that means I have to do a lot of physical work. So I don't have some of the things that people have that can make their life easier, but then I do believe I have more time. I don't have a TV, so I don't sit and watch the TV in the evenings. I like to read books. And I don't work away, so I can stay at home. Even though I don't make the income of working away, I can stay at home and I have more of a leisure way of being able to do things. But then processing my own foods, you know, preserving my own foods, that is something that's really takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work. I think it's really important, no matter what resource you have, to take good care of it so it lasts you a long time. I've been really working on doing that, so whenever I get something, I want it to last a long time, and so it's a resource that I don't need to spend for it if I have it. So I think that's a really good thing, that when you're, especially if you're low income or you want to be self-sufficient, is really taking care of the things that you own, the things that you already have, and that way it will last you so much longer. You know, it's getting to a time where most of us can't just go to the store and buy every time we feel like we want something. We can't just go to the grocery store, and we can't just go to the store and pick up anything we want. Things are so expensive, and so we need to think outside the box. And that's one thing I think is so great for a lot of people that are lower income or they live a real frugal life, is they think outside the box and they come up with new ways of doing things that are new today but were old. You know, so back in the 1900s, you know, people they lived like this and they weren't considered low income. Now, if I would go to other countries, I would be considered very higher class depending on where you're from. And so the term low income really is just maybe basically for the United States and maybe for Europe and all those countries. But once you get like to Haiti and places like that, this is considered a very lavish lifestyle. And so, depending on where you are, no matter what you're labeled, and I don't like labels, but labels help identify situations and they identify just certain life choices. And for me, it is a choice because I could work out and get a 9-to-5 job somewhere, maybe earn a little more money, but then that's not the choice I want. I want the choice of being able to be home, living a really old-fashioned lifestyle, and just learning how to do without. That is something I enjoy doing. It, to me, is a challenge and an opportunity to share with everyone, you know, you can live without a whole lot of money. Hey, if you're interested in canning green beans with a twist, look right here. Right here I have a video that I made canning green beans with a twist.